Hi felters and crafters and welcome. So today we are at the Knitting and Stitching Show in Harrogate Convention Centre. It is about 10:20. I've arrived. I've gone to one of the local car parks that they recommended because their car park's only got 150 spaces. So I thought I'd go straight to this one. It's Friday. It was open yesterday. It's a 4-day show. I saw it about 4 to 6 weeks ago at Crystal Palace, the Knitting and Stitching Show, and it looked fantastic. So I thought we would go to this one because it's quite close to me. There's cars arriving as I speak. I've walked Gracie already this morning. It's a beautiful sunny day. Let me show you the view outside. Look at that view. It's a lovely sunny day. It's really beautiful out there. So I have my ticket. I have 0 things that I need to buy, said no crafter ever. It's true, I really don't have a shopping list, but that's not really going to stop me, is it? I'm going to try and show you lots of different stands today because it's a general craft show, so it won't be just wool. Let's get going. The car park, I think it's called the Jubilee car park I was in, was literally like a 3-minute walk, and we just followed everybody else because I've never been here. Harrogate is lovely. If you are going to come to this show, you should come and stay the night. I'm about an hour and a half away in traffic. So we went in and there was exhibitions all at the beginning area of this hall. There's 4 halls in total, and this was quilting and textiles. Look at that. So yeah, some really beautiful pieces. I didn't go in and look at every single bit, but yeah, some lovely, look at the quilt designs on that. And then we were straight into Toft, which you guys know and have seen. They've just brought out a new mystical subscription for next year, but I don't know. I tried to get information out of them, but it's all top secret. I wanted to know if there was a Pegasus in it or something like that. I like that Father Christmas. There's the sheep that I want to do. That will be my shelf at home. Then they've got lots of other things. Toft stand always looks fantastic. So what we're going to say, oh, there were some more sculptures, the textile sculptures, but this was a very busy show and I've done my best to get every shop's name. But if I miss anything, I'm so sorry. It was, I mean, I'm trying to get this dog and I'm sort of crouching down and there were so many people around me. So this was a hard one to film, but I did my best. So please don't tell me off for missing things like prices and stuff like that. So Doodle Craft Design, these are, I don't know if it's cross stitch or embroidery. I'm thinking cross stitch. We do go zoom in a bit closer. I like that Highland cow. Is that, I think that's embroidery. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to show you lots of different crafts in this video because I'm normally a needle felter, and that Highland cow was nice. Sue Stratford Knits. I've shown you her before at Yarndale. This was a lovely wreath. So it's all, I think it's all knitted. I don't think she does crochet as well. Look at her little animals. Her stand looks so good here because at Yarndale, I had a chat with her. It's quite hard to get her stand to stand out at Yarndale, but it looked lovely. Look at that Yarndale sheet. I wish I could knit. I would definitely do that. But she's got lots of little knitted toys. Beautiful, beautiful stand. Sue Stratford Knits, really recommend it. Now, this is the Crafty Kit Company, and that's Jo just there on her phone. I had a chat with her, and they obviously do lots of needle felting kits, but they had made a decision to just bring these cute little embroidery kits. They're £10 each. And it was a bit of a gamble because they just decided to bring loads of these Pink Pony Club. Look at that. And I'll show you them sort of made up. And they'd had a really good day on Thursday and it was so busy on Friday too. They do these Peter Rabbit ones as well. So they had these just on display at the end. But yeah, so, Jo said it was going well and it was lovely to catch up with her because I did visit their base a long time ago. They're up sort of half an hour from Edinburgh. So these are the embroidery things made up. They've got some pin badges, £10 or 4 for 30, I think it was. But I think they're so appealing in these little sort of matchbox things. And again, a lovely stand, beautifully done. And then we're going to, just to show you how busy it is, I think I got the name of this one. I just love the bus with all the mice in it. I thought it looked really good. I'm sure I get the name. We pan up. I didn't stop for long at this one. Cotton Ferry. I do try to ask every stand I go to for permission to film. Now, this is a display item. It's called the Butterfly Effect. I think, I can only imagine, I think it might have been a community project. There was a workshop not a workshop, there was a workbook on it, but it was really beautifully done. Now, moonlight stitches. Okay, this is the first one we're going to get serious about. Oh my goodness. I was very tempted by these. They are kits. They are sewing, I should imagine, sewing kits. And they were just so nicely displayed. Gorgeous little kit bags. They're all on little sort of cotton reels or bobbins. And look at the little house ones. Sorry if the lights flicker. I did try my best to avoid it. £15 for a little house kit. So that was a really good price. And look at the dragon. I mean, it was huge. It's not one I'd want to do, but there's a lot of creativity in that. And then these, I would say hares. Well, that might be a fox. The next one, that's the one I really liked. And that might be in my future. No, I didn't buy it, but I really like that one. So Moonlight Stitches. And they were lovely to chat to them, and they were doing really well. But yeah, that was my favourite one. And then who have we got next up? Yeah, I give you a little bit of a what's it like moving around. Oh, this is Pincushion Pantiles, which is my mum-in-law knows the lady that runs this, Jenny from down south. So I said hello to Jenny and had a chat with her. So she does lots of fabrics and quilting. Then we saw some more sculptures. I do try to zoom in and say, and so you can see what they're made out of. Garden weed fabric, that one. And then there was one just at the end. That was really unusual, that one. And then this one here, the little tiny hairs on it. I just go to the side. Great detailing on it. And this is made out of, let's just read, deconstructed curtain header tape. So yeah, that was nice to see some of those. Beaks and bobbins. And as you can see how busy it is. Only it was literally like having to fight your way through. Those are the prices. Pause and have a look. I love this little hair kit. So there's lots of embroidery in this, but there's lots of other crafts too. But some of the kits, the creativity that people have, this was just a couple of other stands that I was going past just to try and give you a bit of something different. We do go to a lot of stands. Now, I think these were an exhibition again textile work, and then we sort of turned around and there were these beautifully covered suitcases, all done really uniquely with fabrics, well, embroidered and then probably stuck on. But I thought that was nice. So there's a lot there. Now, this one is, what's the name of it? Dreamy Wool, I think it is. So these are crocheted blankets. They're all crochet because I was like, is it crochet or knitted? I had to ask the lady. And you'll see that's the giraffe that as the blanket, but they fold up so they could like fold over the end of the bed as little animals. These were really cute. I was trying to get in. You can see me sort of waiting for people to move out the way. These were really cute little phone holders or glass holders, and I think they are kits that she does, or patterns. I think they're kits because the bags are behind them. But again, lovely stand, the way it's presented. This is handmade, I think that's how you would say it. Some really nice embroidery kits. But look at that hair one. I really liked that hair on the right. I love the dark colours with they really sort of pop out. There's the little fox gloves, and there's another little sort of moon gazing hair there. This is a different stand. I'll get you the name in a minute, but I loved this polar bear. Look at the detailing in the back. That is really stylish, in my opinion. I'm not an embroiderer. Jiggery pokery. I didn't manage to get to chat to that lady, actually, to ask her because she was so busy. And then you walk through from one hall and it's all based around this theatre in the middle, which is stunning. Look at this beautifully painted mural. This must be the bar at night at the sides. And you can go in and everyone was sitting down and you could eat there, you could do whatever. There were some really nice stained glass windows. So this is the original entrance and exit to the theatre. Isn't it amazing? And it's all beautifully like renovated. It's all really well kept. So back into the next hall. And this was like almost like a market stand looking at it. There were quite a few material stands like that. The Balmy Fox, and she just had some really cute kits. There's the prices, and I just, wanted to show you it. because sometimes it's not always the big massive stands. Sometimes look at the colours on that one. I love when they've got the dark underneath them, and you'll see the pumpkin one I like the most. Again, lovely colouring on that one. Look at that pumpkin. I think that I nearly bought that. I didn't because I don't need it, do I? But I was very tempted in that goose one. And then again, more market stands, just to show you there was a range of stands. The Italian button stand, again, not one that I would want to go to, but there was plenty of stands that I did want to go to. Native lighting, so I like that arch light. So all your lighting needs for your crafting. I didn't get any prices of those. I should have really had a closer look. But now, the Spellbound Bead Company, quite a huge stand, but really busy, and you'll see why in a minute. Lovely baubles with beading around it, and their kits, and they've got every bead you could possibly want. But these, this is, I think it's called Gary the Puffin, and you get 2 in the kit. And then there's dinosaur. I do try to show there's a squirrel. The prices in a minute. That's hares. You get 2 hares. I think you've got 2 or 3 things in most of the kits. And then I love the display that they'd done, the actual tree branches. These were sort of Christmas decorations. There's Persian stars, $12.50. Little Christmas trees, you get 3 in this kit. Finlandia tree kit, $14.50. Sorry if you can hear the rain, it's miserable weather. There's angels, and then these lanterns were really unusual too. Very pretty, very busy stand. This is the whole map to see. So there's 4 halls, and there's the Royal Hall in the middle. We were there, I think, at that point. And everyone's listed. There was a VIP lounge. Now, I sort of thought, yeah, it's nice, but there was plenty of places to eat. Unless your food was included, I'm not sure I would have gone for the VIP lounge. They did have their own sort of serving bar at the end. So all the sewing machine manufacturers were there. This is Genome. I've got a Genome. Huge stand. I mean, how much did that cost them? And then that's the food for the VIP area, which did look nice. But I wonder if it's included in your price, because I think the VIP tickets were about £40 odd. This is the yarn village. So they tried to put most of the walls in here, but they weren't all in here. I really liked this lady's stand. It's the Dalton. I'll get the name of it in a sec. I was going for that sheep moving in. The Dalton Border Leicester yarn. But they had their display was those crates, and it had the wool sort of hanging up in the crates. Now this is Noodle Soup, who I haven't seen before. Look at the sparkle. I was very taken with some of their colours. I don't think I've seen them at Yarndale. That one looked like it was rhododendron. The one that I dyed on the yarn workshop, the yarn dyeing workshop with Lay Family Yarn, I really liked crocus, and I was going to buy that. And you know, it's really important to not buy things straight away, because I think I say when I come back to it, I'm like not so sure. So Noodle Soup Yarns, the greatest story ever told in yarn. Really lovely branding, really lovely. And then we'll go and have a look at these ones. Were nice too. These do feature in my future. But yeah, beautiful sort of rich colours, I have to say. And yeah, like I said, I don't think I've met them before. Yarn Unique, we've met before. And again, there was sparkle. It's just so eye-catching when they have the black background behind it. Really pretty. Sparkle is not completely for me. I've got a couple of sparkly pieces because I've been watching Amora, and I ended up getting tempted by it. Sorry, just moving. So yeah, Yarn Unique, some lovely colours. I don't know if I could wear a whole sort of cardigan. Oh, and I did notice they had these cheap needle felting kits and sort of felt kits as well, which is unusual for them. Coastal colours, we've seen them at Yarndale, and they had some nice, these are all the DK weights. That one I really liked again, but it's sparkle. I've given you a little slow-mo. I always do a slow-mo somewhere with the yarns, and they're so, look at the colours, they're so beautiful. You could just have them all. And I really liked this one. I think that was a lace weight. So that's obviously very fine, so maybe a little bit too fine for me to work with. Oh no, that's the lace weight, that one. But such soft, beautiful colours. Greens and dusky pinks, or peaches, I suppose you'd say. They're all numbered, their colours, so that they're all on the website under those numbers. This is, now I don't know if I say it right, Madrigal or Madrigal yarns. Now I've bought his advent calendar, so I really should know how to say it. But I had a chat with him and he's so lovely and friendly. And I went through all the patterns at the end. So that's crochet vacay. I tried to get you the names. The artisan shawl. So I think he's got some crochet, some knitted. I really like that one. I'm sure that's knitted. And then this one, I think I love these colours an awful lot. I was really taken with these. And I'll try and get you the name of it in a minute. See how it moves across all the different colours. Mr. Fox shawl, that's beautiful. And then there's one more I think I get you the name of at the end. But I really liked his shawls. That one, look at the colour. I really like his colourways, basically. The Dorsey shawl, I think is that a place in Scotland? So yeah, that's Madrigal Yarns. Now, I just missed the name of it there. It's Shootle. Oh, hang on, I'll get it. I've got it because I've got the leaflet here. Shoot Lane Fabrics. Now, this lady, Vicky, she designs all of these. She paints all of these pieces, and then she puts them onto material. And as you can see, I mean, it's right up my street. The animals are beautiful. The birds, they're so pretty. And you can buy the little squares. And you can also, you'll see in a minute, so look, they're quilted up. They look so pretty, all quilted up together. There they are as buttons as well. She had a huge range of dogs. But the material can be used for making glue flowers. I'll show you them. Or doing, putting material onto sort of a vase or something like that. You know, like decoupage. So there we go. There's the flowers. And there's the decoupage. And the guinea pigs you just saw. Vicky, you would have loved the guinea pigs. And then this is storage for your crafts, which is nice to see, actually. Obviously, they're probably quite expensive. This is the complete package because it all folds away. It's amazing. The chap was very busy on his phone, so I didn't get to chat to him. Now, this is rug, sort of not punch needling, but what's it called? Ragging? No, I'll get the name right in a minute. But this thing she had in her hand, instead of just poking it through and then pulling it back through, this is called a botcher. And you go the right side, you poke it all the way through, feed the rag in and pull it back through. So that's a botcher tool, which is really interesting. But yeah, she was giving me a demo. And here's some of it. That's it. Is it rug? That's hooked fabrics. Mushrooms, lovely. That was really pretty, neatly done, wasn't it? And then here we are. This is what it's like. Now, I was trying to catch up with the lady with that bag. Look at that bag. Isn't it cute? It's like a little post box. And I did ask her if I could video. Don't worry. And then I got some lunch. So I sat down for a sandwich in the hall. Some people had managed to get those stands at the side. That would be really good. And then across the hall, there's all tables down there. And there is food down there. So there was plenty of places for food and toilets. This is Bernina sewing machines. All the big ones were there. I would have to say, we do see an assistance dog in a minute. Accessibility, it is busy. It was tricky. There were stairs. There were lifts, but there was a lot of up and downs. But it is possible. I don't know if you know you've had experience. Do let me know. I like that reindeer. That was lovely. I did put the name of this business just at the beginning. Now, this lady, Sew Differently, I think is her name, but she designs all these fabrics, and they sort of stood out as really unique, beautiful colours. So I asked her if I could take some footage, and she was absolutely fine. I think she was handing out a leaflet to a lady about retreats. So I think they do retreats if you like your sewing, but beautiful fabrics. There were some big sort of wool shops like yarn outlets. So your acrylics, your sort of slightly cheaper brands. So that's nice if you wanted to have a look through. The makers were there. There's Steffi. So it was lovely to see her. And I've shown you her stand quite a lot before, but they're all their kits. Now the Cone Exchange, this is, they get lots of things donated to them and they sell them on for charity, but they get upholstery companies that give them their books. So you buy this book for £4 and you get all of those sample fabrics in them. £8 for this one. I mean, they're really big and heavy. You kind of wouldn't want to carry it around the show with you. But look how many bits of material you get that you could use. So I thought that was really fantastic. And then that one beside it, that lovely green one, that was £8 as well. And then here's the Knitting and Stitching show where they have this live talks and the displays. There was something going on at the top there. There's the Brother sewing machine area. Look at the blue. They've got the blue lights. They've obviously done this a lot before. And then, this was Brian's Best Knits. Now, I know Maura's looked at this. She might try and make that. I couldn't make that. Do you understand how that works? I think it's really tricky. So there were lots of interesting patterns to look at. And they did, Brian's Best Knits did knitting and crochet. They had stands on both sides, so that was huge. But look, I mean, you couldn't even get in to get to it. Fine French linens. So this is showing you some quilting. Oh, beautiful. Again, the colour palettes. They spent so long getting all these materials and the colours. They maybe designed the materials themselves. But yeah, very impressive, beautiful. Obviously, it was about £85–95 for all the materials for a quilt, which actually is pretty good. And there's one made up, and there they all are at the back there. Again, I didn't get to chat to that lady. And then they had these sort of quilt coats at the side too, which the sort of heavy jackets I have seen before, but I've not really sort of touched. But yeah, very heavy. There was a 3D printing machine. It's nice because it didn't have the case on, so you could see that. This is Sewing Fine Beads. The bead selection is the name of the shop, and they had these little flowers. So again, lots of little kits that you can purchase. And I did look at those little gonks, they're pretty, and the mushroom house. And then they had a video. So those are the kits, £35. They're quite big though, those ones, and they should be little videos showing you how to do it. Now this one I think is called Knitter Critters. I didn't get the name of the shop, but they had tons of crochet kits. And this is still them continued. I'm sure that's their name, Knitter Critters there. I'm not sure. But why would they be called knitters if it's mostly crochet? I don't know. Maybe they have knitting kits too. And that's how they started. But crochet is so popular. Look, tons. They had literally tons of kits. Really, I guess I was tempted, but now this is I can't remember the name of it, the Sea Parrot, I think it's called. And again, she's designed all of these pieces herself. It's all to do with seabirds, parrots, and see that quilt all sewn up together. That's a lot of work. There's the robin. I really like that. I was trying to get you shots. In the end, I just shoved my camera in and held it there. But all these little individual strips. So that was nice. I think she's the Sea Parrot. And then we were through to the next haul. And Ada Brown, just some really nice, beautifully designed bags and cushions that you can sew yourself, embroidery kits. I just thought they were very striking designs, but very pretty, nicely laid out. There's the price of one of the kits, £28. Sheepskins, didn't really, £10 each. I wasn't sure, but he was a leather worker. He made leather journals, but I think they're really soft, and I don't know if people use them for making, not teddies, but that was really unusual to see, and £10 only. Now, this shop just did Tilda material. It's Holly's Haberdashery. I could barely get in, so I went to the side where there was the lady just standing there watching, and I said, could I film? And she said, yeah, and she let me sort of get some shots. Look at those beautiful pumpkins. And this is it from the back. I just couldn't get that close for a while. I wanted to show you those geese and hares, and then eventually I managed to get in, and it's just all Tilda, beautiful Tilda fabrics, which they're lovely, but they're a fair old price, and there's a quilt made up from them. But that was lovely to see the stand actually and get a closer look. Oh, there was assistance dogs are allowed in. Isn't he lovely? Everyone was giving him lots of space, which was good. Cozy Rosie UK, this lady I've spoken to quite a few times, and I looked after her stand while she had a quick break, which was nice because she was on her own. Beautiful crocheted patterns. Do go and have a look at Cozy Rosie Crochet, and she's got a YouTube channel too. This is, I think it was Trudy Designs. I'll get the name if I've missed it or done it wrong. This is embroidery kits again. I really like that sheep. Again, nice, you know, they've got the star. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't want to do it. And the little snowman. This one I did think about. Look at that. I love that. For you, I love my dog. I thought that was really good. So lovely, unique designs there. Now get ready. Right, just forwards this if you are a person that gets tempted. Thimble wood. Look at these. So they're little sewing kits or sewing kits for toys. Captain Chips the seagull. You can buy all of these as kits, and I had to do my best to refrain, but really lovely ladies. I had a nice chat with them. Forest sheep, $24.95 for those. Highland cows, very tempting. And again, this stand was super busy. They were doing really well. Lots of angels. These pigs in blankets, or the Christmas pudding pig, that was really popular. I think the Dachshund had sold out. Then they had nativity stuff. Really nice. Oh, that's so lovely. Do you know, I see things now that I didn't see properly. I think I probably would have bought that one, even though I'm not really good at sewing. That's a nice kit, unusual kit as well. And then this was a little quilted chunky robin, Penty robin. And then there was a nice Father Christmas as well. He looked nice, but they were lovely stand. Black Sheep Wools were there, which is a big shop that I've been to before. They throw all their wool on the floor for people to sort of root through. This is a Mystical Lanterns. Is it Janie Crow design? I've got that pattern. I'd like to do that in the future. That was quite a nice one as well. I liked the colours on that heartbeat. That's their crochet, both of them. And they had their Rendell embroidery kits there. I've got one similar to that. It's a mushroom with a mouse. Highland cow, look at the dogs. These were nice as well. So this one is the Sycamore Gap. Very, very tempting. I've seen that before. I might get that eventually. Lucy Pittaway designs as well. Really nice. That's Black Sheep Wools. And then House of... Oh, I'll tell you the name at the end because I did purchase something here. House of Xander, I think it is. These were lovely. So you could buy the pattern and choose the colours that you wanted with your little baskets. That's nice. Look at that. And I had a chat with the chap and he was happy for me to film. Those horses are so unusual. Quite a few people were buying those horses. And so you could do them, like I said, you could do them in all pinks or whatever you wanted. And there's your little basket and you choose what buttons and you choose your felt and then you hand in the basket. And they were unusual, aren't they, as well, in the sort of grayscale colour range. Oh, so sweet. This just pulled me in. Little Highland cow kit, so that was really cute. And then I went up the back to go and see where the workshops are, and there was a graduate sort of exhibition as well. So this must be the main foyer area, and then we went all the way through. So this was the graduate exhibition and it was very busy. It was lovely to see how busy it is. And they get more seating areas and then onto the workshop area, which was huge. I couldn't believe quite how big it was. This is Steffi's mushroom on the desk there. These are all the workshops, loads of sold out ones. And then we had a little walk round and these are the workshops sort of happening. Nice to see them so full up. Lots of ladies. Busy doing goodness knows what. This was Steffi and she saw me, so she got them to hold up their pumpkins. They're all making so many ladies in the class. It's fantastic. They were doing so well. Pumpkin's perfect, isn't it? Because you only get an hour, hour and a half. And then this is Anakin Alice, who is from the Yarn Addict. She's got a YouTube channel I follow, so I had a quick chat with her. Oh, we talked about Game of Wool. I don't know how anyone else feels about it. I'm still going to watch it. but it's very confusing but interesting. And then we were out, I was all done, and back around the front, these are the doors I showed you. So we're going to segue you into something that was gifted to me, and I'll show you what I purchased. So this is the Bob and Brad foot massager, which they have gifted to me. And you guys know I love their products. I have their hand massager up. Well, I just have it down the side here, and I use that a lot. That's air compression and heat, but the foot massager is air compression, heat, and kneading. So it kneads as well. It's a plug-in, so I just plug it in over the top there. I've got a plug at the back. And I just sit here and use it. Now, when I went to Yarndale, 3 years ago as a visitor, I walked about 5 miles and my feet were aching so much the next day. This is fantastic. I've got plantar fasciitis as well, so it really helps with that. But after the knitting and stitching show, this is what I was using. So let me just show you it. Now, you put your feet in here, and like I said, there's some kneading balls at the bottom. You need those. It says here, right in the archway of your feet for it to be the most comfortable. Let me just turn it on so you can hear the noise it makes. So it's got different intensities for air, the kneading and the heat. And it lasts about 15 minutes each cycle. Now, I really like it. I'll turn it off. I'll put my feet in it in a minute and show you. And I sit here, but my husband has a plug the other side and he uses it more than me. He's using it every night, and he's a size 12, just so you know that you can fit a larger foot in it as well. He just fits in, and he loves it. I love my hand massager. Let me just show you with my feet in it. So you just slot your feet in and you make sure that the kneading bits, like I said, so I have to push my feet down a bit, and then because it's got a remote, you don't have to lean down. How clever are they to think of these things? And it's kneading the bottom of my foot, and then the air inflation things are starting as well to just squeeze. They start really slowly so that you can like move your feet and get them comfortable for the first 30 seconds. And it's really quiet so you can watch TV. We've put the Christmas tree up. It's really early, don't tell anyone. But I absolutely love this. I definitely recommend it if you have sore feet, aching feet, plantar fasciitis. So you're going to leave me here for 10 minutes whilst I have a nice foot massage, and a massive thank you to Bob and Brad. All the details will be in the description below with the 10% discount code. So I'm just going to briefly show you what I purchased, and you can't see my room right now because it's all decorated for Christmas, for getting ready for the advent calendar, so you're not going to be able to see the background today. So I thought I'd just get this done. It's awful weather outside. It's Sunday today. Trying to get this video up for you as soon as possible. Thimblewood, these two sheep. Oh, how could I not? They did have a nice Highland cow, sort of smaller Highland cow things, which were really cute. But these look so pretty. They were all made up. They've got little sort of acorn bits, and there's 2 of them. So I'm going to give that a go. So it's Thimblewood and it's forest sheep, complete kit pack. So everything is in there. I'm really happy with that. And then next up on the kits, oh, it's all falling out. Hang on a sec. Let's see about the reflection. I have to have the lights on because it's so dark. Oswald, I'm going duck. Goose. It's got quite long legs. Goose. But anyway, they had some beautiful things. I love the blues. And I just said, because you can choose what colour you want these to be. And you get like a little basket and you can choose the buttons. And so you can make, I have plenty of thread, so I didn't need to get that. But everything else is in here. So here's the buttons. Here's the colours, and how much do you think? So for that pattern and the felt and the buttons, but not the thread, £13. You know, if he'd have said 18, I probably would have been fine as well. But yeah, that's beautiful. And then next up is, would you say that Shoot Lane fabric? So that was that lovely lady who does all the designs herself. Vicky is her name. And I just, couldn't resist. So I bought, I think it was 6 for £11.50. They were £2 each. But even like that guinea pig, the detailing is so nice. The hair is beautiful. I wasn't 100% sold on the hair, but I wanted a hair. Highland cow, obviously. He's lovely. Chickens, I liked, you could buy these chickens individually, but I liked the one where it had all of them on them, so that was good. This wreath is really nice up close. Can you sort of see? It's got little oranges in it. And then this thistle, I suppose you call them thistle. But yeah, so I've got these, and like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they'll almost be like individual things to put in bags or something. But yeah, they I just couldn't walk away without having at least one or two of them. So yeah, Shoot Lane, Shoot Lane, I think that's how you say it. British Sewing Awards 2021 winner. Well, that's amazing. So there we go. Oh yeah, the hedgehog was cute as well, and the dogs and the fox. Yeah, she's got a lot of nice things. And then this came in, it came in this such a cute bag. Look at it. I'd love bags like that. It's so nice. Jeanette Douglas, I think that's how you say it. Chubby You. So this one was all made up, and it's just the pattern for this. I just thought it was really sweet, and that's just a tiny little project for the future. I've got hoops somewhere, so yeah, that's just the pattern. £6 I think it was. And then lastly, noodle soup. So I showed you some of the noodle soup. I really liked the crocus. And then I went back to the crocus and I was like, oh, I don't like the yellow in it. And then I was looking around and I found this. And this is Christmas 1843. And I thought it was beautiful colours. It's like a sock set. So it comes with 2 extra bits. And I think it was £25, but I thought it was a lovely colour. And this is just, oh, this is yak. So yeah, it was really interesting because I said, oh, have you got it on just, you know, the merino mix? And she did, but the colours were so different. So the yak takes up far more of the colour and it goes a lot deeper. And so I said, right, now I've got to have the yak because honestly, the colour was so, it was a lot lighter, but I just loved the deepness of this one. So yeah, noodle soup, yarn that's good for the soul, it says. So there we go. So that's all of it. Knitting and Stitching Show 2025. Had a lovely time. I would say it's a place to go for buying things for crafts. It's not a place to go to buy crafts made up, like Crafts in the Pen. That's all the artist stuff made up, whereas this is where you go to get your supplies and your kits. And it's fascinating. If you do just like one craft, I'd still go because there's lots of things there to look at and to see and to get tempted by. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I've got another video coming up going through all of my needle felting books, which I've recorded already, and then we're going to be talking advent calendars, and I'm doing the videos for everybody so you guys can follow along as well if you want to, if you've got your own wools at home. Obviously there might be a bit of a delay if you don't have all the wools. I'm not going to put out a wool list, but yeah, we've got a lot coming up over the next few weeks. So thanks for watching, everybody. Questions down below. Give it a thumbs up if you can. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.